Welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel and you experience any kind of issues with playback, please check out the link in the description to my mirrored account on BitChute.com, redpill_McKenzie. Now, in today's video, we're picking up where we left off. We're now in week 1 of August 2018 with the high-level resignations. Talking CEOs, CFOs, COOs, heads of state, police chiefs, you name it. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with the exception of yesterday, but every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's a new week until basically we catch up. And real quick, where do I get the names from? I get them from a site called resignation.info, maintained by Resignation Anon. And despite the meme I just showed you, there are actually a lot of good people on this list. Not everyone on this list is a bad person, even though there have been quite a few of those, but not everyone's going to be indicted. Go ahead, check out the link to the indictments on this site if you haven't seen it already. There's also a little feature while you're hanging around over there where you can report resignations. Anything that hasn't been on the list since September 2017, or if it's brand new, go ahead, put the link to that resignation, submit it. Once it's been verified, it'll be added to the list. And if you're lucky because it's new and it's notable, chances are you might see it on the next resignation show. It's every other Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. German time, with the next show being tomorrow, March 3rd, and it's hosted on a channel called In Real Life News. I'll put the link to their channel in the description. That way you don't miss the next one, or because you're already rummaging around on the resignation info site, you can go to the resignation info feature right here and catch all the episodes or link up with In Real Life News there. Isn't that great? I think it's neat. But anyway, let's get to the names. We have the director to marketing and sales to Hyundai Motor in India, Rakesh Srivastava. We have the director to OCB Berhad in Malaysia. We have the CEO to Salvatore Ferragamo in Italy, Raffaella Padani. We have the CEO to Direct Line in the UK, Paul Geddes. We have the chairman to Colgate Palm Olive in India, Vinod Namber. We have the chairman to Berjaya Sports Toto BHD in Malaysia. We have the CEO to Smart Holdings BHD in Malaysia. We have the CEO and director to IDT International in China. We have a director to Latin American Minerals Inc. in Canada, Greg Gibson. We have a director to Silvercrest Metals Inc. in Canada, Dunham Craig. We have the chief of referees to the UEFA in Switzerland, Pierluigi Collina. We have the commissioner to the Commission on Eliminating Sexual Harassment and Advancing Equality in the workplace. Pretty ironic on this one. Leslie Moonves, for those of you who don't know, he faced sexual misconduct accusations from multiple women. So that's also why he had to step down as a board member to the USC School of Cinematic Arts in the US. We have a chairman to the Central Maine Healthcare in the US. We have the CEO to Cuba Memorial Hospital in New York. We have the Chief Investment Officer to the Ohio Highway Patrol Retirement System in the US. We have the CEO to SCOME Group BHD in Malaysia. We have State Representative from Illinois in the US, Nick Sauer, a Republican. A former girlfriend filing an official complaint accused the first-term Republican of creating a fake Instagram account and populating it with nude photos of her to lure men into graphic discussions. We have the CTO to Novectra Corporation in the US. We have the CEO and president to ITT Inc. in the US, Denise Ramos, retired. We have the COO to DP World Australia, Mark Holme. We have the CEO to MCH Group AG in Switzerland. We have the CEO to St. Joseph Hospital in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Karen Fordham. Fordham found controversy here when she apparently made remarks back in February of 2018 that made the former hospital executive found threatening. We have the president to CreditRiskMonitor.com Inc. in the US. We have a board member to Twin Disc Incorporated in the US. We have the CEO and director to Daimler India Commercial Vehicles in India, Enrique Nieselhoff. He went off to go and work for Daimler Trucks. We have the chairwoman to the Republican Party in Spokane County in Washington, Cicely Wright, a day after a video surfaced showing her defending a 22-year-old white nationalist. She resigned. We have the advisory board member to Open Bricks in the UK, Grant Shapps. He's also a British MP. We have the president to Bridgeton and Rumford Hospitals in Maine, David Frum. We have the CEO to Lambda Legal in the US, Rachel B. Tiven. She resigned to work on the midterm elections. We have the CEO to Aubrey and to Surrey and Sussex Air Ambulance Trust in the UK, Adrian Bell. Resigned after claiming the chair acted to intimidate, humiliate, and belittle staff, a leaked report showed. We have editor-in-chief to Upworthy in the U.S., Liz Herron. She wrote a letter on Twitter that her entire team was laid off and she resigned due to that. We have the president to Upworthy in the U.S., Ellie Pariser. That was one of the members. So we have public order minister to the Greek government, Nikos Toskas, after a catastrophic response to raging forest fires which killed at least 88 in the region. We have the chairman to Axiatar Group BHD in Malaysia. We have a director to Silicon Valley Council of Nonprofits in California, Patricia Gardner, quoted saying, "I've been doing this a long time," she said. "I'm just ready to do something else." We have the CEO and president to Vivus Inc. in the U.S. We have a director to Willow Biopharma Inc. in the U.S. We have chairman to the International Republican Institute in the U.S., John McCain. We have VP WB Bob Rogers to BH Media Group in the U.S. Oversaw production operations more than a dozen newspapers. He retired. We have member of parliament to the Liberal Party in Australia. 3 weeks after he was exposed in an anti-corruption hearing for boasting about how he would personally profit from Chinese investment. Okay, I can't remember this, and I know John McCain's been listed a lot, and I just couldn't get this off my mind, which is why I was fumbling so much. If this is when John McCain died, this is why right here. If not, I know his name comes up at least one more time. Okay, so we have the MP to the Five Star Movement Party in Italy, Audrey Amira, justified frequent parliamentary absences by saying he could do politics from his boat. Announced his resignation that Saturday, blaming a media lynching. We have a member to the Labour Party in the UK, Tom Harris. Resigned after saying, "It's just not the place for me anymore." He served as the MP for Glasgow Cathcart and then Glasgow South between 2001 and 2015 as a transport minister under Tony Blair and Gordon Brown from 2006 to 2008. We have the mayor to Cape Town in South Africa, Patricia de Lille. The party will drop disciplinary action against her and pick a new mayor. So it looks like a little trade-off. We have a CEO to Sucam Power Systems in India. Also, 350 of the 600 staffers resigned along with it, along with the CEO, alleging harassment by employees of PwC. We have the CEO to PepsiCo in the U.S., Indra Nooyi. She will stay on the chairman until as early as 2019. So comment if you know if she's still chairman right now or not, if you like. We have the chairman and director to the International Game Technology PLC in the U.S., Phil Satter. He went off to work as vice chairman to Wynn Resorts. We have the chairman to Wynn Resorts in the U.S., Boone Wason. We have the mayor to Carrizozo Town in New Mexico, Rick Hyatt. We have the chairman to Chengdu Zhenzhou Road and Bridge Machinery Co. Limited in China. We have a director to Loesch International Technology in China. We have the CEO to International Housewares Retail Co. Limited in China. We have the mayor to Montgomery in New Jersey, Mark Conforti. We have the director of primary care to NHS England in the UK, Arvine Madden. England's most senior GP has quit over admitting playing, quote, devil's advocate, end quote, by posting anonymous comments on an online forum. We have the deputy chairman to All Progressive Congress, also known as the APC in Nigeria, Aziz Adesiji, together with 8 other executive members on that Monday, tendered their resignation letter at the state capitol and demanded to the Action Democratic Party, also known as the ADP, with over 6,200 members. They're the CFO to Dickinson County Healthcare System in Michigan. She went off to work as a CFO to Bay College. We have the director to the Child Poverty Collaborative in the U.S., Karen Bankston. She will continue as a consultant at that company. We have lead pastor to Willow Creek Community Church in Illinois, Steve Carter, resigned after new allegations against the founder, Bill Hybels, emerged around that time. We have the head of unscripted programming to Amazon Studios in the U.S., Heather Schuster, resigned following an investigation into allegations that she engaged in verbally abusive behavior. We have the chairman to Michigan State University in the U.S., Brian Breslin. Breslin, who served as the director of appointments for Schneider, took a 90-day leave of absence from his job back in February of 2018 to focus on his responsibilities at the university as it grappled with the fallout from sexual abuse from former Dr. Larry Nassar. We have Jerusalem correspondent to Fox News in Israel, Connor Powell, resigned after an individual familiar with the matter told the Wrap that he was, quote, uncomfortable with the direction of the news organization in the recent months. Fewer news shows, fewer opinion shows, less resources for reporters to report, end quote. We have the CEO and president to HSHS St. Francis Hospital in Illinois. We have the general manager to Georgetown Council in Australia, Justine Brooks Bedelf. We have a chairman and the general manager to Hinkang Medical in China. We have the CEO to Kenya Rugby Union in Kenya, Ronald Bukuzi. We have a director to King Bo Strike Ltd in Singapore. We have the chief to Irvington Fire Department in New York, Joseph Trama. Trama had withdrawn or transferred money from company bank accounts in multiple authorized moves back in July of 2018. We have the CFO, director, and secretary, that's one individual, and the CEO, president, and director, another one, to TGS International Ltd in the U.S. We have the director, a director to SunCoke Energy Inc. in the U.S. We have these 2 directors, pause if you need to Rockwell Medical Inc. in the U.S. We have a commissioner to Emergency Management Victoria in Australia, Craig Lapsley, resigned due to inappropriate workplace behavior that was abrasive and confronting. We have a news director to the Tribune Broadcasting, WGN Channel 9 and CLTV in the U.S., Jennifer Lyons. We have the CEO and president to Christus St. Medical Health Systems in Texas, Chris Karam. She went off to work as a CEO at Christus St. Francis Cabrini Health System. We have the CEO and president to Faith Regional Health Systems in the U.S. And that's it. Just snuck up on me right there. I guess I just felt like I was on roll. But anyway, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it's rare that I miss it. It's a new week until we basically catch up. Don't forget that. But also, tomorrow, the Resignation show. Don't miss that. Go ahead, link up with In Real Life News so that way you don't miss all the Resignation shows coming up. But anyway, as always, if you like my content, go ahead, please share because sharing's caring. And as always, if you haven't yet, go ahead, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so that way YouTube has no choice of what kind of content of mine you get to see. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all. God bless you all. This is Red Pill McKenzie.